It's always the same thing, but they come and they stole something from me. We taking away their glory. He won a war against the Messiah. He's the Dave East. you know. So you see, I always had this thing right here with the airplanes because they already know about the Exodus. You should meet the Lord in the air. And, as it's written, he'll mount it with, in Jeremiah 49:22, he'll mount it with, with his wings and deliver the saints. In Isaiah 19:19-20, as it's written, the Father said that they'll cry out in Egypt because we're in spiritual Egypt. We'll cry out in Egypt, and he has sent a great Savior to deliver us, return us back to the altars. So, when they say meet the Lord in the air, that's Christ consciousness, us, growing in understanding because the Spirit was going to be poured out. And it all connects. What's done in spirit happens in flesh. So you see the Exodus, and then you see the Son, because that's showing what the whole theme of the new kingdom is rising up, the Son of Righteousness. You hear he say Son after they show the Son in the Exodus. And then you got Keisha. Notice that she's always in the house. So that whole thing is always just saying dwelling in the house of the Lord. See, she got the black and white for the Masonic duality, but at the same time, Isaiah 45:7, the Father said, I make light and darkness, good and evil. And then she got the red, the red rollers on her head, because hence the headstone that they want to remove, Her head is covered in the blood. You see, it's always something with her getting shot in the head or having something connected with redness, with her head, hit the blood of the lamb. Look at that, then come the Masonic law. Here come Lucifer.
Freeze, don't fucking move!
Then they arrest Keisha, take her out the house of the Lord, force her out of there, As it's written in Psalms 122:1, I was glad when they said, let us go into the house of the Lord. Notice she's always inside the house of the Lord, the altars. You see that? That's why you see, notice Nas is Dave, remember Dave East assigned to Nas. So hence Nas means Nazareth. Nas was on belly. Remember they was talking, I can go to it in a second. But remember Nas was on belly, remember he was on the Hate Me Now carrying the cross, And you got him, remember him and DMX. Remember he was sincere on here, Nas. Remember you had Tommy, because remember DMX played Tommy, could I go into that Tommy spirit, that doubting Thomas. Remember the disciple who didn't believe the Messiah was crucified. That doubting Thomas spirit. So you got Dave East and you got Nas, because Nas means what? Nazareth. Remember how Christ comes out of Nazareth, you know what I'm saying? So hit the whole thing with that. He connects with Nazareth. He's the king of Nazareth. So hit that whole thing. All of this connects, man. There's no way around none of it. War against Keisha all day. Same right here. Let's talk about this.